incorporated a lot of the input that you had here. Those are the ones that are highlighted in blue on the copy that you received last night and today. So it's not about not listening to people or listening to their ideas or their input. I incorporated, a lot of these items are already in there, and the rest of them were incorporated, minus a few of them that I had further questions on. I would be agreeable to that motion. When will we have a copy of that?
Probably, I'm still going through, I haven't seen, you sent a new one today, so I haven't seen that. But just, give me a few days. I want Ed to look at it too, to make sure, we protect ourselves a little better. But give me probably by the end of, probably the beginning of next week, and then we'll get it out there. I think you guys put some dates in there by September 1st, so I definitely see us getting it. Definitely it'll be out by that, but, I just real quick, Mr. Chairman, I know some people's got some hurt, are upset about things. That was definitely not my intention here. I can tell you, I'm not super happy about a few things, but I do want to look everybody in the eye that was a part of this, that I appreciate all the help you guys did. I know people got a little upset with everybody, but everybody that was a part of it, and Mrs. Winton, I know you decided to leave, but I was very impressed by the work you did as well. So there is I think a very good compromise of both that are going to be a part of my RFQ. Both groups might have said, well, I think they should have been in there, or of ours, or this should have been in there. But at the end of the day, I think it's I kind of thought some things were a little too tight, some things were a little too loose. So that's what we're going to roll with, and I think it's going to be a very good RFQ, and we'll go through that process. And like I said, ultimately, you guys will get to make the final decision. We end up with.
Really quick, just through the chair to the mayor, the version that you got last night, the black font is essentially a 2016 RFP. The red would be changes that I had put in, and blue would be changes based on the memo. Just so you know.
Okay.
I tried to highlight.
So I made changes by what you sent the last time, so I didn't know what was included in the new one. So, but
and if you have questions, you
quite
can
a few of your suggestions.
Thank you.
Chairman.
Council.
Speaking to you in your experience here and to Mr. Plato, would it be not a good idea to reach out to vendors before you do an RFQ? Doesn't it kind of seem like you're seeing, you're testing the waters kind of thing, or could be perceived as that before you get, reach out to people and say, yeah, we're going to do our RFQ. I just think that process was out of the ordinary, and I think that should not be done. I wonder what your thoughts were on that.
Sure. Well, certainly it's a little unusual, but since I don't know what questions were asked or what information was provided, I don't know if it's a violation or anything. Secret information. I don't know if they were
concerned how many times residents have come up to me and I said, hold on, we're gonna do this tomorrow. And so what I hear is, you know, Councilwoman Brandana, you provided the output from the work group, check. Got that done. Councilwoman Witten, you know, went and modified the 2016, so it's not something new, right? And you know, solicited some input, some of the things that, quite frankly, need to be, you know, tightened up. The mayor said he's going to take all this, and he's also committing to making sure that we get this RFQ. So, lots of hard work. It's the hard work that creates some tension from time to time among the council, right? Sometimes some people feel we're going too fast. Sometimes people think we're going too slow. Ultimately, we'll get there. Fair enough? Council?
Since it has been quite a long time, is there a way to maybe set a hard deadline to make sure that it's done by a certain date instead of leaving it open-ended? Do we have that ability to set a
I would,
date?
personally, I would take the mayor's word. The mayor's given us this.
So that has-
By September 1st.
Okay.
I said the mayor has given, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, isn't there, Mr. Chairman, isn't there dates, we provide dates on ours to the administration?
It's the same as
And
Mrs.
then-
Wiggins as well.
I believe this is when incorporated into her document, so there is a schedule, and I believe that schedule, you know, there, say whether.
Well, it certainly, there needs to be,
So, Seth, if we're gonna get technical, I had something ready to go, okay, just in case this all imploded. We got the thing, I decided, okay, then I got Mrs. Wynn, both were great, I combined them. You know what, I had something, so it's a hodgepodge of everything. I think it's a great RFQ, I really do. And like I said, congrats to everybody, phenomenal job. It's 99% done right now. I just want to double check one more thing. It sounds like, you know, the changes that you might have made may already be in mine. Once I'm done with that, I want our legal to kind of look at it. Boom, it's done. It's going out. It will be out by September 1st, probably even before then. You have my word on that.